And it's still not full. $35 and we're still not full. We are heading to work. Hopefully we make it in time. Because I was busy setting this up. And I have to get gas. So you're coming with me to get gas. We got gas. $35 worth of gas. And it's still not full. $35 and we're still not full. Alright. Let's get to work.
And we all in black like it's gangland. Say the wrong words, you be hangman. Why me stick to your bitch like a spray tan?
I know the guy in this house was murdered. Purple Heart veteran, murdered. Home invasion. They tied him up and killed him right across from the park. And that's where I live. Yes, Erica Jane, yes.
My kitty's like a python, ticking like a time bomb. Limited edition, gotta buy it with no try-on.
The guy behind me is riding my ass when we're in stop and go traffic behind a school bus that's letting kids off because it's 3:30 in the afternoon. So if the guy behind me can understand that there's a school bus and I'm not in control of when I go, oh thank God they turned into their house. They were just eager to get home. I mean, me too, but I just left my house, so you don't see me rushing around hurrying that like... Convertible Hummer? Hummer? Whoops. Nope. Not that. Well, I'm gonna be late, so we're gonna cut it and we'll pick up afterwards. So we're off to work, but we have things to do after work also. We have to go to the strip district after work. So now it's working. Anyway. So, we're off to work. Alani. We're feeling blue today. We work 9:30 to 1:30. And then we have to go to the strip district to meet a friend. And then we're maybe going to take some pictures and vlog. I don't know. Come along with me. And we got to get our morning started right. So when we stop, we're going to put on some good music. My drink spilled.
Damn, it's 4 a.m., so please delete the hype.
It's lit.
Hit the lights, I'm way over top. Pop it, flick it,
Drop a pin, send the location. I'ma pull up in the bulletproof spaceship.
drop off a bag of some dangerous. Wait, she got an attitude with an ass on her, please pardon me.
There are other plans for today after working besides meeting a friend. We're supposed to perhaps go to stand-up. But yeah, so we're supposed to maybe go to Mr. Smalls for a stand-up open mic. I love going there, but it depends on how Jay's feeling. She wasn't feeling the best this morning, so we'll see. I really want to go because I have some new stuff that I want to try out from our trip. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Woo! Tasted blood. but we're working 9:30 to 1:30. Then from like 1:30-ish to 3, we're gonna be in the Strip. We are gonna meet a friend around like 3, maybe, I don't know, whenever they text. And then we're gonna go home, maybe get some lunch while we're in the Strip. Then we're gonna go home, keep editing, and then maybe go to Mr. Smalls for stand-up. I don't know. But I have some funny little jokes that I want to try out from our trip. It's really just the one. It's really just the one about the Top Thrill Dragster. That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's really just the one about the Top Thrill Dragster. I can't think of anything else funny that was said on that trip. Maybe that Lake Erie's beautiful if you like rust brown water and dead fish, but like, and for the kids that call that beach, a moment of silence. That's all I really got. It's just those two things. I mean, I don't love a good lake. Lakes scare the crap out of me. But I love a good beach. I don't care if it's a lake beach. I don't care if it's a riverbank. I don't care if it's... I just love a body of water connected to a landmass. A bay, some would call that. I love it. So what's going on with you guys? Have you guys visited my website, kaylamarks.squarespace.com? We have some really cool pictures up there. If you want prints, you can always message me and I can get on that for you. I don't know. Follow me on all my socials too, if you haven't, because it's pretty cool, pretty chill.
Mr. Truck was impatient and he thought he forgot to make the lie. Mr. Truck didn't even make the lie. Oh, Mr. Truck. Oh, Mr. Truck.
So we got a new mic. And we're going to see how this goes. Otherwise, we're going to get a different new mic, which is going to be the mic that I wanted. The Rode mic. I got a cheaper version because the Rode mic was not on sale during the Memorial Day sales at Best Buy. And I had other things that I needed to get or wanted to get. I needed to get extra batteries. I wanted to get a light. And so I went to Jeff Bezos's domain and found some cheaper stuff. But if it's not good quality, then I'm gonna go with just the Rode mic. This is like the Smart Rig something. It was $35, and then I got the utilities in. I don't even know how to say it. It starts with a U, like ULIZ something 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 something. This. It's pretty nice. Haven't had a chance to use it yet because I haven't really vlogged when it's like dark out. It's been, since it's summer, it's been pretty light. Mainly, I guess, going to be using it on road trips. So you have to stop for school buses, but for public transit buses, you don't have to stop, right? Because I haven't been stopping and no one's told me otherwise. And I see other people that don't stop, but it also, like, it feels like guilty to me, like, in my conscience, because, like, some adults are not brighter than kids. Some are worse than kids. Because kids can at least learn. Some adults refuse to learn. So then they're just out there being dumbasses and thinking that they're right. Which isn't any different than a kid, but you say you're wrong, and then the kid's like, no, I'm not, and then it's like, am I? At least that's what they should be like. But if they're raised by one of the parents that are like, I'm right, you're wrong, and everything I do is right, then they're probably like that. So, but basically, kids are malleable, adults are not, is where I'm trying to get at. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. $4.89 for gas. That's fucking wild. I did just pay $4.88 the other day. But that 1 cent really makes a difference. It's been a pleasure riding with you guys. I'll check in with you guys at the afternoon, approximately 1:30. And now we're off to the Strip District. We are done with work. It was a good day, just like I said it would be. So it should take me approximately 20 minutes to get to the Strip District. I don't know. Am I gonna eat there? Maybe. I don't know. Am I gonna get a Caesar salad? Maybe. Am I gonna be really upset if we don't go to Mr. Smalls for stand-up tonight? Yes. Yeah, like I could just go to Sheetz on the way home and grab something instead of eating in the Strip, but it's probably gonna be better if I eat in the Strip. I could try Mancini's new buffalo chicken roll, or I could get a CZ salad, or I could get a burger, or I could get a sandwich. There's just so many options. I could get dumplings, I could get ramen, like I could, the world is my oyster.
Then the rats all kill each other, and the rats all kill each other, and the rats all kill each other. The man sits back and laughs. Ha ha ha. When the rats run out of the building, when the rats run out of the building, when the rats run out of the building's gonna fall. When the building falls, when the building falls, when the building falls, when the building, man paves over the rats. And the rats all scream with the blood on their cheeks, and they run around scared on the fresh concrete. And the man gets tall of the red coat sheet, and the man gets fat while the rats don't eat. And the man builds up the building, and the man builds up the building, and the man builds up the building. Then the rats get lean and hungry. When the rats get lean and hungry, the man buys up the guns and he sells them to the rats. Then the rats all kill each other. Then the rats all kill each other. When the rats all kill each other, the man sits back and laughs. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. And the rats all scream with the blood on their cheeks, and they run around scared on the fresh concrete. And the man gets tall while the rats go sheep. The man gets fat while the rats don't eat. And the man builds up the building, and the man builds up the building, and the man builds up the building. And the strong rats get killed, and the weak rats get killed, and the rich rats get killed, and the poor rats get killed. So funny. And the cowards don't die, 'cause the man saves their lives. And the man builds up the building, and the man builds up the building, and the man builds up the building again.
We're sweaty. We walked around for maybe like 15 minutes, didn't get like anything except high. And I lost like a third of my because I was getting double teamed from both sides by 3 Karens.
Drive safely.
Don't tell me to drive safely. I will drive reckless and careless. You would think there would be a lot of police when there's a lot of tourists, which is typically the weekends, which is when we go most often. Yeah, we're definitely gonna check in on our Daberinos when we get back and maybe hit one, because I need to be just a little bit more for today before I start editing. Maybe I thrive off of the hustle and bustle. Maybe I am a city person, which I've never considered myself a city folk. I've also never considered myself farmers only. I'm not a country folk. I'm a suburbs, but I think I do thrive off of the hustle and bustle. Like, I have to go, and I think that's called ADHD. Which we've talked to my doctor. We're getting it looked at. She's debating if it's an ADHD thing or if it's just I metabolize caffeine in a really weird way. Because I am able to drink like possibly 2 Alanis, which is the max 400 milligrams of caffeine, plus drink Dr. Pepper in addition to as well, and be fine and sleep and be okay. But if I don't, then I'm not great. I'm like not fine. Is that concerning? Because when I told my doctor, she was very concerned. Like, she made a visibly concerned face. And so I'm asking any of you, are you making visibly concerned faces? I don't know if my Puffco is charged. If it's at least on orange, like midway, we're fine. We can hit a doosker-roosker. You know how some people have like a mid-afternoon, like a lunch beer? I like myself a mid-afternoon joint, a mid-afternoon dab, a mid-afternoon Benjamin, a mid-afternoon gummy, an after-work Eddie, an after-work Ripperooski. I like to get myself leveled. Some say it's high, I call it leveling it out. So I left my comedy book, and I don't want to be running late, so we're just not going back to get it. So I'm gonna try to do this free balling. Windows have to be down. The air doesn't work in her car. So we'll see how this goes. What's a Mr. Smalls vibe? I've been debating this one like bit that's just like fun facts that's also just trauma, and being like, I didn't know that like trauma was a thing. I just called them fun facts for a really long time. And so these were some of my greatest hits in college.
That's not safe.
No. My fun fact is that I am bisexual, so that means I have gotten sexually assaulted by both genders. I could be like, I've played soccer competitively for most of my life, and let me tell you, girls soccer is worse than wrestling. I've had upwards of 10 concussions, 10 diagnosed. We're not going to say how many I've actually had. And then I could be like, I forget where I'm going with that. Cool. Concussions. And then I could be like, I'm probably gonna get Alzheimer's. I definitely have CTE. And my dad had FTD, fucking Trump disease. Just kidding, he wasn't a fascist, he just had the same Alzheimer's that Trump has. It's like something like that. You think that? What about?
Try it. Work on it.
I just like, I wanna, like, I know I need to nail certain stuff down, but I wanna try like different Like, I just don't want to do the same stuff over and over again. I could try the dead dad stuff again. I just don't remember how it goes. So, anyone out there got dead parents? Me too, my dad died. But like, to me, that's not as funny as being like, my dad's dead. Like, I think it's a lot funnier to just be like, flat out, my dad's dead. Anyone else part of the Dead Parents Club? Remember, like, my dad was my first bully. Like, instead of being like you know how people are like, my dad was my first love. Like, my dad was my first bully. Yeah, bullied me for having an expander, bullied me for having a big head, told me I had a case of the Zackleys, which was when my butt looked exactly like my face. Not really sure what, I don't know if it was offending my butt or my face. I don't know which part of me he was calling ugly. What do you think about that?
I think that's good.
It's a daddy dump day. All right.
There's lines.
All right.
Good.
Just give me like 35 seconds. Time me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
15 seconds. New record. Where are you? We made it to Millvale. We're heading into Mr. Smalls. Peace.
I will be your host this evening, Amanda Averill. That's right. We just sent Zach Funk off to pasture, and by that means he went out to see his family in Lancaster. That's not true, but that's what I want to say. That's what I want to say about it. I don't know. It is kind of funny, though, to think that that man came out of there. That's a weird thing. That's a weird thing. He and I were talking yesterday, and apparently, Jonathan Groff. Do you guys any musical theater nerds in here? You know who Jonathan Groff is? Yeah. He also did the voice of Sven in Frozen, if you guys are a Disney nerd like me. He is from out where Zach lives, and Zach's mom saw him at community theater stuff when he was younger, which is a wild thing to think about. Look at what Lancaster, PA has produced. Jonathan Groff and Zach Funk. All right, are you folks ready for your next comedian?
Yeah!
Your next comedian, he's got lots of dumb mind stuff. Give it up for Justin Gilkey!
Gilkey! Keep it going for your host, Amanda Averill, one more time.
I told my friend last week I'd love to have a kid one day, just not out of wedlock. I kept on saying wetlock. So the whole time I'm talking to my friend, I'm saying wetlock. I would have a child out of wedlock. But at the end of the conversation, I'm finally saying the word right. I'm like, you know exactly what wedlock means. He's like, I know exactly what wetlock means. Wetlock means when the pussy is so tight, you lock into it. See, the thing is, like, I wanted to correct him, but the thing is, like, wedlock and wetlock have to go hand in hand. Because you can't have one without another. And I damn for sure wouldn't be here without it. Trying to say my mother had good pussy. Statistically, guys, she had to have had good pussy. She had 4 different black husbands and 6 light-skinned babies. If that's not the true definition of once you go black, you never go back, I don't know what the fuck it is. All right.
It's like, this guy, don't think he's gonna have pro wrestling in his set. I'm so sorry for all of you. Give it up for Jared Bigham!
Alright, everybody. Anybody got any good news about stuff that's good? There was one thing.
Pizza Hut is bringing back their salad bars.
That's right. Pizza Hut's bringing back the salad bars, people. Good news. Also, the hantavirus. Yeah. I'm not really just. I'm being prepared for this one. I'm stocked on all my toilet paper. I've been taking ivermectin prophylactically. I'm ready to go with this one, man. Ivermectin it's an anti-parasitic. It doesn't kill viruses. It's supposed to just kill parasites. And I'm not even sure that's true because I read that Donald Trump took it and he's still alive. So I'm not so sure about that.
Keep it going for Jared, everybody. All right, your next comedian coming up to the stage, a fan favorite, if you will. Give it up for Chicken. I'm gonna leave you guys alone because I like you. I won't be one of those wrestling like that. I do want to be a better person, though. I am working on it. I just don't think now is the right time. You know, like, let me give you an example. On my way here, I passed 2 people on the street and they were wearing black t-shirts and on the back it said security. And both of these, they were in different fonts and colors, like the words, and I was like, they're not for a just anybody could buy a shirt that says security, right? I could buy, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna do, because like I am trying to better myself, and I'm like, oh, maybe I can manifest just with the t-shirt. Look, if that works, I'm gonna get a t-shirt that says 120 pounds. Happy to be alive. Keep it up for Chicken, everybody! One more time. Fantastic. Your next comedian coming up to the stage. They're right back there. Give it up for Kayla Marks! Yay!
Hello. Give it up for our host, everybody. So I am Kayla Marks. I am 26. My father is dead. So is anybody else a part of the Dead Parents Club? Yeah. It's a weird club, isn't it? And grief is weird, isn't it? Like you'll just be driving to Ohio to visit your in-laws, and you'll remember, wow, my dad was my first bully. Like he bullied me for having braces. He was like, so you talk with a lisp? Everybody else is gonna make fun of you, you gotta be ready for it. No one else at school made fun of me. He made fun of me for the size of my head. You know how people have cute little nicknames for their children? Mine was Pumpkinhead, not Pumpkin, not Pump. Pumpkinhead. He was like, come here, Pumpkinhead. Yeah. Let's see, what else did he do? Forgot. Oh, he convinced me that I had a disease for like a good 4 years of my life. Okay, now let me explain. I don't know if this joke, thinking about it as I was writing it, I don't know if this joke originated in SNL or something, but he told me I had a case of the Zackleys. We have someone that knows. The Zackleys is when your face looks exactly like your butt. I didn't know which part of my body he was calling ugly, if it was my face or my butt. So I just kind of like was like, I have twin butt face. I have twin butt face. And I went around telling people at my daycare that my face and my butt looked exactly the same. A note got sent shortly thereafter. He was not all bad though. He was a doctor, and then he was a teacher. Because you know, if you can't medically perform without a malpractice suit, teach. I kind of followed in the same footsteps. I have no coping skills whatsoever, and I'm a therapist. I am a therapist. I'm a behavioral health therapist for ABA, which you seem a little confused. It means that I am a dog trainer for autistic children. Sums it up, basically. So, one of my clients has been telling me recently that a big wave is coming. Not really sure what that means. I asked her to draw me a picture of it. She just draws the biggest wave and people getting sucked in by it. I kind of think she's the next Nostradamus and is predicting the next Noah's Ark. She's triggering my anxiety, so I'm talking with my therapist about that later. My other client, what has he been doing? Oh, today I asked him to play a game. I asked him to play a game today, and he screamed at me and threw himself down the stairs. So, yeah, they're off to a great start. I do have a lot of things to talk to my therapist about personally. I've been in therapy for a decade. That's at least half as long as I've been alive. And I've met some very interesting therapists in that time. One of them taught me how to get out of a speeding ticket, and I can share that all for you for free. If you put Waze or Google Maps up as well, Waze will tell you when there's a cop, and you can just like slow down right before. It also works with Apple Maps. So I had to pay $25. Everyone gets that for free. That doctor was on vacation more than he saw me, and I actually met him in the mental institution. Never met him face to face. My other therapist, he saw my mom, and he would actively gossip about the two of us to each other. So that was really fun, and it was also a HIPAA violation. So I would actively have to disengage. I didn't see him for very long, and he came to me at church and was like, "How are you doing? Why don't you see me anymore?" And that's the most Pittsburgh experience you will get. My name is Kayla, and that's my time.
Keep it going for Kayla, everybody, one more time. Fantastic. All right, your next comedian, or should I say comedians, coming up to the stage. Give it up for Jeff Lucchino and Max.
Thank you for that set. You know what? It makes me feel so wonderful to know that you Gen Z people were bullied by your fucking parents too. Do you know how happy that makes me? I gotta tell you.
All right, your next comedian coming up to the stage. Sound like a billion people for Nick Diaz.
What's up? Keep going for your previous comedian. It's good to be back in Pittsburgh. I think the Pit really got like Pittsburgh's wokeness right, in that it feels a lot similar to like how I feel about dealing drugs, which is that like I don't know anything about it in real life, but I've heard a lot about it on the internet. That's how progressive everyone is here. But I've been trying to become a better person, try to take better care of myself, and a lot of that has had to come in the form of like personal grooming, and just like every day, every night, I have to just look in the mirror and stare in the eye of the person who's going to be plucking my nipple hair, and that's me. What's kind of the opinion on nipple hair in here? Do we have it? Are we working with it? What are we doing? Like are we shaving it? Are we plucking it? Are we letting it ride? What kind of length are we working with? Like thumbtack, paper clip, ruler, yardstick. Me personally, I got like a sweater vest under here. I got 2 Gandalf beards.
Keep it going for Nick Diaz, everybody. All right, let's get this show going. All right, your next comedian coming up on stage, very good friend of mine. Sound like a billion people for Jamarius Purr.
Shout out to the only host in the city who pronounces my name correctly. Everyone fucks it up. It's very simple to me. When I saw it was not like it was gonna be really warm today, I got excited because I could finally wear this windbreaker. I was like, yeah, it's really thin, and I was like, yeah, I'm about to be dripping out this bitch. But when I was at my job, I was like, I look like an undercover cop. And I was like, no, that's not the image I want to portray.
Your next comedian coming up to the stage. He's back there. I don't know if he has any football highlights. Give it up for Jerome Boone.
I'm a white guy in my 30s. Of course I have football highlights. What the fuck are we talking about? You ever talk to one of us? That's all we want to talk about. It's how awesome we were when we were in fucking 10th grade. I was trying to be topical today, so I was like looking at some news and whatnot. I don't know if you guys are aware, but John Travolta is evolving. Have you seen him with the crazy hat and the chin strap beard that matches the color of the hat he's wearing? He looks like a fungus that nature's telling you not to eat, you know? Another thing with topical, I'm not really familiar with a lot of politics going on right now, but I would say, that Benjamin Netanyahu would be a lot cooler if he went back to focusing on chocolate milk. It seems like he's real into the whole white milk thing right now. Yeah, that's a follow-up. That works well in a crowd like this. I can already tell. So that's 2 topical jokes. 1 out of 2 is not bad. I thought the fungus thing did all right. What do you think? Yeah, I saw you nodding. All right. Shit, I had a 3rd one. Oh, yeah. I've been pretty much figuring out I'm a bad person. Anybody else figure that out? Like, it's just my worldview. I didn't realize I was kind of a shitty person for a long time, but what happened is I started dating somebody who's not a white person. and they point out pretty much every shitty thing I do in my life. I'm not gonna lie. Like, so we just went on vacation recently. We went to Washington D.C. Anybody been there? Win. Right.
Keep it going for Jerome, everybody. And let's get that energy up. A couple more comics left for you. Big round of applause for this next guy coming to the stage. Give it up for John Babiak, everybody.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Woo!
You know, so as he was boxing me out, I started thinking that I had to think outside the box. So the idea that I came up with was next time he puts his arms up, I'm gonna tickle him. And I put that plan into action almost immediately. The next possession, guy puts his arms up, I go in, and he turns around with the most violent reaction, just looks at me and goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you, fucking gay?" And I realized that struck a nerve. So I double down and I go, "No, but you could back me down any day of the week." Now, needless to say, they didn't score 100 points on us that game. I don't like to take full credit, but I did realize that we found a big hole in their defense, which was the touch of another man. And I get it. I mean, people are super competitive. But, you know, I'm just trying to have fun, not trying to pull another hamstring. Like, it was an open gym. There are no NBA scouts out there. And, like, the closest those guys were getting to the draft was probably for the military. And I think the closest that they would get to the NBA was being on set of, like, a Papa John's, Icy Hot, Gold Bond, the General commercial with Shaquille O'Neal, because that guy's doing everything nowadays. But let this be a lesson to all of you that if you want to try and make the league after 30, you should probably start stretching. And if all else fails, you'll probably have to tickle a few dudes.
Keep it going for John, everybody. And your next comedian coming right up to the stage. He's right there. Give it up for David Altman.
How we doing tonight, guys? All like 9 of you. It's good to see all of you, and I'm glad. Thank you all for coming out. I tried counting all of you earlier. I think it's gone from like 9 to 11. It's a really good jump. Now, people are scared of the government. People are scared of the government because they think they're going to take your data. I'm scared of the government because I'm afraid they're going to see my calculator app and see that I did 13 minus 6. It's 5. Were anyone else's math problems like really weird as a kid? Like they would describe, it would be like Rhonda ate 17 pies and like went to the store and bought 14 more. How many pies does Rhonda have? Rhonda has an eating disorder. The amount of pies, the math isn't the concern here. The concern is the eating disorder. Randy works 6 days a week, 11 hours a day. How much does Randy work? Enough to avoid his marital problems at home and to bang his hot secretary, which is why Rhonda has an eating disorder. All right, fuck. You guys don't like stories, I guess. The thing is that they're connected. See, Rhonda's the wife. Rhonda's the wife who's getting cheated on by the hot secretary. Henceforth, why she's having a little bit of problems recently with her spending habits at Giant Eagle. Those pies are good. I gotten into reading recently. I'm getting into old classics though. I'm reading the Bible right now. I'm a little confused. Like, I don't know why they keep bringing in these irrelevant side characters. Like, who the fuck is Jesus Christ? I like Jesus. I just don't like how they handled his character arc. Like, they kill the guy off, and then 3 days later they bring him back. It's just lazy writing. It's like when they brought back Brian on Family Guy. Yeah, that comes from that, actually. I don't know, but I'm kind of getting into the Bible. I'm making some predictions about the sequel. Like, I bet the place that Jesus was born in is this super chill, non-problematic space where everyone gets along. Love Thy Neighbor probably goes hard over there. And I love the bartender for laughing at that. Have a good night, everybody.
Here we go for David Altman, everyone. All right, we got a couple more comics left. Big round of applause for this next guy coming up to the stage. Big fan. Sound like a million people for Jared Halpern.
What else is going on? What else is in the news? I did write a lot of in the news stuff, but
as soon as I got up here. Oh, there's. Yeah, I guess. No, I won't do that one. Man, people always go like, man, we need universal health care. We need to close the border. We need all this shit. I agree, but how about let's start with, can we wash our hands after we take a shit? Can we start there? It's so hard to do the big stuff. Let's do the small stuff first. Thrice a week, 3/4 of this country go eat wings, then take a shit, then just go eat more wings, the sloppiest wings available, and go just suck their fingers. Oh, this one's tangy. Oh, they put a tang to this one. And then tomorrow, the next day they go, I don't know, I'm feeling a little weird. It's because you're eating your own shit. So, I don't know, before we overthrow capitalism, soap and water. That's how you overthrow capitalism. Just with a little soap and water. We are 10 minutes away. All right. I think it should be when time is it? Right? I don't know. So it's what time is it? What time is it? What do you mean time? What is time?
Alright. Still have full battery. That's crazy. Filmed pretty much the whole thing. Except one guy, because we were tired and hungry. How do you think it went?
I thought it went good. Tried some new stuff. I think it was good.
Yeah, I tried some new stuff. Hopefully it went well. Jossie says it went well. So, look at the city. In New York, concrete jungles where dreams are made of. We are in Pittsburgh, jungles where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can do when you're in Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh. Do you not like my song?
It was interesting. It was a take on the song.
It's New York, but we're not in New York. That was my take. In case you can't tell, I'm a little tipsy. I had 3 ciders. Jossie didn't know that I had the one. She was in the bathroom. Oopsie doopsies. I did just turn the car off.
I'm used to it again.
Drunk driving! Woo! I'm just kidding, I'm in the passenger seat. Hee hee. And now we're heading home and we have to edit. We have to edit and get all of that footage off of my camera and onto my SSD. We have to transfer all of that stuff from the camera. That has to happen, and then we need to we're halfway done with our first round of edits. We need to finish that. We need to finish editing. I just don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go tonight. Typically I can get a feeling on how the vibe's gonna go. Last night I knew it was gonna be a good day. It went well. It was good vibe overall. But I don't know how this is gonna go. I just don't know what I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna do the same stuff that I did last night. But yeah, so like what kind of trees or tree, or even like a plant, what kind of plant would you be if you were to be a plant? Would you be a fungus, a fungi? I'm just curious. Well, we are almost home. But yes, we need to get all of the footage off of camera and then edit. That's the goal. And then we'll catch up when we go to stand up. We'll catch up when we go to stand up tonight.
Your next comic coming to the stage loves the soft pretzel as much as I do. Give it up for Kayla Marks, everybody.
Soft pretzels. Soft pretzels.
Hurt my teeth. I haven't been to a dentist in a while. Accountability. I need to make a dentist appointment. Thank you guys. So I am Kayla Marks. I am 26. And my dad.
Give it up for Lucas Durant. Sure. D. We'll go with D. Lucas D. Lucas Durazio. There it is.
All right. I love coming here. Everyone gets to pretend. Get to pretend we're funny. Zach can pretend like he knows how to say my name. Pradeep can pretend like he makes girls moan. It's a great time. It's a great time. Let's talk about death tonight, huh? People talk about death a lot. My uncle died recently. Suicide, actually. Not really, he actually died of cancer. But when you think about it, suicide is killing yourself, right? And like, cancer's inside your body. So like, you're kind of killing yourself anyway, right? It's kind of like we should name hospice like Suicide Watch instead, right? It's pretty much the same thing. My grandmother was on Suicide Watch for a couple years there. She had dementia. She made it to 99.
It's 7:55. My cat is confused by the camera focusing. We're gonna get ready for the morning. It's Friday. So come with me as we go to work and then join me on the weekend.
Every so often. So I boiled some water, hot to the touch, and I'm about to get on my hands and knees. Yeah, I'm about to get on my hands and knees.
I honestly am getting really tired of putting my hair all the way up, but like it has been hot, so like I guess that's been good, but like I just want to like half up, half down or something to change it up. Like, but my one client, they like my hair, my shampoo that I use, so have to put it up. Sucks.
Got a clean bedroom. And then, oh, we got that dog. And we got a clean living room and clean kitchen.
I got sunburnt at Cedar Point. I have no idea what I'm wearing, so we have to pick an outfit. Let's go pick an outfit. What's up, everybody? We are finally Cosmic Stardust on the road on time. Crazy, I know. So we do sort of need to get gas at some point because I have to go all the way out to Turtle Creek later. So that'll be fun. And you're gonna come along with me. What do we think about this angle instead of the previous angle that we had for the road trip? I think I like this one better.
Now this is not a tape recorder saying that he did it, but that was since the day I was looking at him different. That was back when I was 9, Joey back to 9, back to stand on.
Was that work? I was at work yesterday. We were at lunch, and one of my coworkers who I consider a friend, he brought up if I was a Drake fan because Drake had the new album or albums come out. I don't know, at least one right now. I haven't listened to it. Like, he has some good songs. I like a lot of his songs with 21 Savage because I like 21 Savage. And like his older stuff, of course, is like decent. Like Passion Fruit is okay. But like a lot of it all sounds the same to me, so I'm not a big fan of it. I'm more of a Kendrick fan if I'm out of the two. Like, he brought up and I said honestly, I'm more of a Kendrick fan. He's a Pulitzer Prize winner. It's hard to argue with a Pulitzer Prize winner to not be spitting bars. If you don't understand it, you just probably aren't educated. But then we had a fire drill, and he also happened to ask if I was a Kanye fan, which, if I'm saying I'm a Kendrick fan over Drake, do you think I'm a Kanye fan? I then said I am not a Kanye fan. I have removed him from my Spotify. Cannot listen to Kanye. He's gone. And he was like, oh, well, I don't care if he has said stuff about Jewish people. He said some other things that I just feel like I can't separate the art from the artist, and he was trying to push that you have to separate the art from the artist. If I'm telling you I can't, I can't. He also scammed people for high school diplomas and money and stuff. That was crazy. He had a church. He literally was trying to start a cult. There's so many things I could go off about Kanye. And then I brought up, well, I'm sure you're like that with 6ix9ine. And he was like, well, and that's all I needed to know. So maybe I'm going to start just not distancing, but not intriguing those questions anymore, because it's just not a conversation I wish to have. Does anybody else have consistent road ragers on their way to work, or does anyone take a typical way to work or a store, or I don't know, just a typical route somewhere, and there's cars that you see every single time, and if they're behind you, or if there's a car in front of them and they're in front of you, they're road raging constantly. They're just assholes. Let me know, because I have at least 3, as I call them, best friends, and I hate seeing them. They make my day so bad, and that typically tells me if I'm gonna have a bad day or a good day. So right now, it's off to a bad day. But I want to have a good day, so I'm just continually telling myself in my head, and now to you guys, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day.
I'm at
You know where I be, you run the club. Just a party, I'm there, I get paid to be. I be in and out them banks so much, I know they tired of me.
Honestly.
I'm the highest in the street. Know you probably heard of me. Got a bag and fix my teeth.
We're at work. We made it to work. Took us 32 minutes and half a battery. We'll catch you after. We stopped. We got gas. Now we have to head to the office. Come with me. I got tater tots.
Turn right onto McKnight Road.
Because I was so hungry.
Stay in the right 2 lanes.
We're good.
The right lane to bear right onto Seabird Road, then continue onto Seabird Road.
Me.
Man, first I'ma stop in Atlanta, see my little dirty.
I have no idea where we're at. Not a damn clue. Not a damn clue.
Turn left onto Vilsack Road.
This is left. This is left, brother.
In 1.2 miles, turn right onto Mount Hall Boulevard.
I'm gonna watch this back, and if it said right, I swear to God. Because that was left, and I swear it said right. I can't catch a vibe as to where we're at, and I'm just kind of here, driving, hoping for the best. Now we're in Penn Hills. So we're literally going through every fucking Pittsburgh neighborhood to get to Turtle Creek. There's also a school van that's riding my fucking ass, and he can personally back the fuck off.
Let's get over ourselves. Be grown about it and talking about.
We have successfully made it within 5 minutes of work. We've even cut a minute off of our time. It should just be right up here somewhere. I've only ever been here twice. I'm gonna just say that. I've only ever been to the office twice. Oops. But we'll check in after I complete my work. And then you guys will come with me on my way home. How does that sound? I mean, you really have no choice. You're coming with me home. Come, or I'm gonna leave you here in Turtle Creek, and I'm not coming back out here for a while. I do this every time. It's right there, and I always miss it. All right, we'll check in. It's gonna take us an hour to get home. That's crazy. I guess we might as well start our journey now. Fiskars don't make noise when they start up, just so you know. Go Bloom, Glass House in the Palisades, the AKA White Hood. Okay, KK. So, fun fact, my name is Kayla. My parents' names both start with K's. There are only the three of us. If you do the math, some algebra included, that's 3 K's. It's just our names all start with K and there's 3 of us. It's very unfortunate. I don't know why my parents did that. Like, I know, like, they were named because of their parents, but I don't know why. They were like, let's, like, my name would have been Kyle if I was a boy, but my name's Kayla. So, either way, it would have been fucked. This kind of looks like the hill in Grown Ups that they kicked that, I think, Rob Schneider's character down in the tire. Can't really remember which character it is, but he goes like, maybe it's Kevin James. I don't remember. It's one of them is like flying down a hill in a tire. It kind of looks like that. I just looked at the map. No idea where I'm at. That still didn't help. I think we might be like near Edgewood, Switsvale, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. Okay. I know where we're at. Bakery Squares. Bakery Square. Okay. I know where we're at. I know I've said this at least twice. I don't know where I am. I know I said I knew where I was, but I don't know where I am. It says we're on 5th Ave, but 5th Ave is a big Ave. So where are we? All I know is there's apartments to the left and mansions to the right. Carnegie Mellon is to the left and mansions are to the right. Shady Side, question mark? I don't think we're in Shady Side. We're near Oakland. A synagogue. Interesting. It's a pretty synagogue. And then churches. Synagogue and WQED. Synagogue, WQED, churches. Yeah. You know, the big 3. Synagogue, WQED, church. What more do I need to say? Gimme. I think these are the dorms for Carnegie Mellon. If my reading doesn't fail me, which it might, it's failed me before. This is where the bus hit the lady during the pandemic, and where I graduated from high school. We made it to the south side. East Carson Street, to be exact. When I was growing up, I spent a lot of time in the South Side. And by growing up, I mean a child. Like, early 2000s, I was up and down the South Side on a Saturday night. I got to see what club life was like as a young child. And that made me yearn to be drunk and party and be listening to early 2000s pop music remixed by DJs, because that's what I was listening to. So I wanted to listen to it in the club. So then I lived out my dreams and went to a party school in Ohio. They didn't have iHeartRadio DJs there, but let me tell you, some of the DJs at the frat parties and the house parties, pretty goddamn good. So when growing up, I used to spend a lot of time on the South Side on like Fridays, Saturday nights, which is prime time for drinking, partying, clubbing. And I would see so many people get drunk and nearly hit by cars. I actually did see one girl get hit by a car, St. Patrick's Day, outside the Burger King on the South Side. Don't know if she was okay. Hope for the best.
To the audience wondering how it feels to be famous, I guess you'll never depth of the swamp to the motherfucking stage. Mic off, cause I'm about to misbehave. Will she ever lose, man? I guess we'll never know. Will she lose her cool? I guess we'll never. These bitches hand in hand for me, thanks to my anatomy. Showing up an hour late like thanks to the academy. Now I understand why they mad at me and hate on my anatomy. It's cause I look good from the balcony.
So that was basically working this week. I don't know what fun things we will do this weekend or what is in store, honestly. I know that stand-up was on the schedule and stand-up will be on the schedule next week, so we'll probably bring you along for that. There is stand-up tonight, but we've never gone and I don't know if we will go. It's supposed to rain all weekend, like all week. So outdoors is out of the question, unless by some miracle it decides to clear up, because I'm not dealing with this. And it's not gonna be fun. I just went from fucking Wilkinsburg to McKees Rocks for work. Literally for work. Like now I'm tired. I don't even know if I want to do anything. I want to eat my Moe's. That's what I want to do. I want to eat my Moe's and I want to take off these clothes and be in comfy clothes and just relax. So I probably won't check in with you guys for a while. But we'll probably do some editing. I'll probably eat. We'll probably chill, watch some TV. But I'm exhausted. I'm so hungry. So I'm gonna eat my Moe's, I'm gonna get in comfy clothes, and I'm going to watch some TV. And then I'll update you if we decide to do something in a little bit. Finally home. If we decide to do something fun, I'll let you know. Otherwise, comfy clothes, Moe's, TV.